What happened at your work that caused multiple people to all quit at once? I was a line cook at one of those trendy downtown restaurants where the owner thought screaming was a management style. We'd been operating with half the kitchen staff we needed for months. The owner, Marcus, kept saying hiring was in progress while pocketing the wages of the positions he refused to fill. That Saturday started like every other nightmare shift. 5 cooks trying to do the work of 12. The dinner rush hit us like a freight train. 200 covers booked plus walk-ins. My station was drowning in tickets while Marcus stood in the corner, arms crossed, texting his girlfriend. Around 7 p.m., our head chef Carlos collapsed, just dropped right there by the grill, clutching his chest. The kitchen went silent except for the hissing of burning steaks. While we scrambled to call 911, Marcus stepped over Carlos's body to flip the meat. Orders don't stop because someone's being dramatic, he said. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Carlos was gray-faced, struggling to breathe, and this man was worried about Table 7's ribeye. The paramedics arrived and confirmed what we feared. Mild heart attack brought on by stress and exhaustion. As they wheeled Carlos out, Marcus had the audacity to ask who was taking over his station. For the next 3 hours, we worked in complete silence. The only sounds were sizzling pans and the printer spitting out endless tickets. Every few minutes, Marcus would bark about plating speeds or portion sizes, never once offering to help. He'd been a line cook himself 15 years ago before inheriting the restaurant from his father. At 10:30, everything reached its breaking point. A massive party of 30 walked in without a reservation. Marcus, seeing dollar signs, seated them immediately. The ticket printer went insane. I watched our pantry chef, barely 19, start shaking as orders piled up. We were already 40 tickets deep. Marcus called us together at the pass. I assumed he'd finally acknowledge we were drowning, maybe even jump in to help. Instead, he pointed at the cluttered prep area where we'd been frantically trying to keep up with orders. This is unacceptable, he said. A messy kitchen is a failed kitchen. Since you can't maintain standards during service, you'll all stay after close for a deep clean. Consider it training on proper workspace management. Something inside me snapped. I looked around at my exhausted colleagues, people who'd been pushing themselves to the breaking point every single shift, people who came in early, stayed late, and covered for each other because we actually cared about the food we made. Our sous chef, Maria, was the first to move. She untied her apron, folded it neatly, and placed it on the pass. I don't work for people who value money over lives, she said quietly. Then she walked out. One by one, we all followed. The dishwasher, the 2 other line cooks, even the new prep cook who'd only been there a week. Marcus's face went from smug to panicked as he realized his entire kitchen staff was leaving in the middle of service. "You can't do this!" he screamed. "I'll sue you for abandonment! You'll never work in this city again!" Maria turned back at the door. "We're not abandoning anything. You abandoned us months ago." The aftermath was swift and brutal. Marcus tried to cook and serve 50 tables by himself. The evening ended with the fire department being called after he left burners on while trying to handle the dining room. By Monday, the health department had shut them down for violations. Within 72 hours, Carlos's son posted the whole story on social media. It went viral. Restaurant owner steps over dying chef to flip steaks. Marcus's reputation was destroyed overnight.